Hello and welcome to Glorified Gutsy Gaming. I'm Jake, and today I will be looking at the top 10 games released in 2015. This is probably a bit of a weaker year compared to the other lists I've done, and this will be the last one I do of this probably until I rank 2025, which I haven't quite got there yet. I think I have like 10 games I've played that came out in 2025, but I don't like all of them enough to want to highlight them in a list or recommend them or something. So this will be the last one of this series for a little while. And like I said, it's a bit weaker. And some of these I actually just got rid of that you could have seen in my recent video. But here's number 10. This is Mysterium. This is a cooperative game. But one player plays kind of on their own, and you're trying to set up the other players to pick the right path for them. I think you're trying to help them solve their murder or something where they were killed in these different sections of the house. And I like that role a lot. That role has made this game come back for me because I had bought this actually for my wife. And then we ended up getting rid of it because I didn't like it very much. But it was one of her favorite games. But playing that ghost side has actually made this this one come back for me. I like it a little bit more now. I do enjoy that side of it. The other side of it is what I find frustrating and why I got rid of it, and why I think a lot of people probably don't like it, is you're one of these people trying to look at these cards that you've been given as hints and clues to come up to try to figure out what they are trying, like what room in this section of the game they're trying to get you to go into. And it can be frustrating, and but it also can be fun. It's not the most serious game on the planet, but I think it's one worth trying, I think, for everybody, just because it's really unique. I don't think that we've played any other game quite like it. I know there's some probably like sequels out there, like Obscurio and probably something else, but yeah, one that's come back for me, actually. So one I didn't like and bounced off of really hard, and I've come back to like it a little bit more. I think being in the right mindset for this one is important. And then number 9, I have Exploding Kittens. Now this is like a party game for like 2 to 4 players that you also just saw me get rid of, but it kind of helped to get me back into the hobby because somebody else had it and showed it to me, and I had a good time with it. And then, kind of played it on and off and showed it to people, but I actually feel like it's almost not what I'd pick to try to introduce people to hobby games, and it's probably lighter than I'd rather play with people who do, so it didn't really fit for us. But I do think it was important enough, and I mean I do enjoy playing it when I do. It's not the most amazing game on the planet, and I appreciate what it did for the hobby and for me. So number 9. Then number 8, another one that you saw me get rid of. So we're now 3 for 3 on me getting rid of these at some point. This is the DC deck building Teen Titans version, and I still like this version. I think I like the whole system. They're all like 8s or better, or 7s are better, 8s or whatever like that. But this is one of the weaker ones, and I still like it, and I thought it was good enough, and it came out this year. But the other ones in my other lists were a lot higher, so I feel like that shows you the difference there. But it's a deck building game where you're trying to just score more points at the end than everybody else that's playing. Not my favorite version of this, like I said, but one that I still think is good enough to mention. Then number 7, this is actually another one I was just saying that I'm getting rid of, but this is Survive Space Attack. This is one where you're all kind of in a center, I guess it's a moon. The original version is an island, and you're trying to escape to like other islands or something. But you're like on a moon or something, and you're trying to escape to a different thing, and you're trying to get your most valuable people off and have the most valuable pointed meeples left at the end of the game, but people don't know the value of yours until I think they're eaten or until the end of the game. It's a cool little game. I just, like I said in the other video, I like the original version better. So I'd played the original at Dice Tower East, and then they had this one for sale at the exhibitors hall or whatever they call it, and I went and bought this version. And I played it like twice, and I like the original version better. And it does kind of feel a little samey after a while. And in this specific one too, I have the expansion for 5 or 6 players, but the color that they chose for one of the extra players matches the regular game pieces, and it's confusing, and I don't know why they did that. It was a bad idea. I think it's like the only additional player expansion for any game ever that I feel like got botched. I think it. I feel like those should be like an automatic. This is the good expansion. It just is more players. I guess you could have it like the game is too long, but in this case, the components are just not as good because of the color choice. Then number 6, this is Arboretum. This is a card game about trees. I think that this has probably died for most people because of Forest Shuffle and maybe a few other games. And I do see the similarities, and I think that this one is a bit easier than Forest Shuffle. So I think in that regard, it still kind of holds its own place. And I think it's just different enough that I think that it's valuable still anyway. It's worth having both. But it's a cool game where you're building a forest with these different cards, and you could potentially give a card that you're getting rid of, and you might actually want the card back, but you might be getting rid of it to the next person. But pretty cool little game. And then number 5, I have Celestia. Now this has been remade, I think, as something else, and I think it was something else prior to that. But this is a push your luck game where you're trying to get like this air balloon further, and each turn somebody's going to play captain and have their own cards, and the other players are like betting on how far they can get or what cards you have. It's pretty cool. I haven't played this one in a while, but it's really unique, and I've been meaning to get this one back to the table. And I do still have this one and Arboretum, so we're now safely in the keep pile. Then number 4, I have a trick-taking game called Jiraku. It is an area control trick-taking game based in Japan. And I didn't understand this when I played it the first time, and I think we played it a second time, and I ended up winning both anyway. And it's one that's really cool that I've been meaning, again, to get back to for a long time. But the problem is that I wasn't the one who learned or taught it, so getting back to it was almost more challenging because I wasn't the one who read the rules. But yeah, one of my favorite trick-taking games that I just haven't played in a long time. Then number 3, I have Internal Affairs. Now this is kind of a social deduction-esque team game, but you don't know who's on your team, and you can kind of figure it out, and you're trying to eliminate their cards. You have 3 cards in front of you that dictate what team you're on, and you're trying to guess the numbers, like kind of a lock sequence of cards ahead of those that you have to guess to like eliminate that player. It's pretty cool. I've not seen anything like this. I've played it a lot for a long time. I think we had done a tabletop simulator play of this forever ago. I guess we did Exploding Kittens too, but yeah, I bought this twice. So my first copy of this got destroyed in Hurricane Ian, like I've talked about 1,000 times, and I bought a second copy and we've played it. This is one that we've actually played since reacquiring it. So yeah, this was I think a super underrated title also. And then number 2, this is Tom Vassel's like favorite underrated game. This is Adventureland, and it's kind of rated or like named sort of like a theme park, but it's not theme park oriented at all. And it's basically just a slide puzzle game, but I really like it. You can choose to move like sideways and then down twice, or move 2 different pieces down only. It's pretty interesting, and I quite like this one. I think I agree with him that it's underrated. I don't think it's like the greatest or anything, but I do think that it's certainly good, and I think the name probably didn't help. The cover also isn't my favorite. I think that would have hurt its overall sales and things. I think it's from Haba, so I think the company is usually known more for family or kid games, so that probably hurt its introductory to the world also for hobby gamers anyway. And then number 1, this is Zombicide Black Plague. This is my favorite version of Zombicide. I don't think any of the other ones made any of my last lists, but we have quite a few of them right behind me. Oh, maybe the Western one. I like that one too. Or the Green Horde. It's kind of the same universe. But yeah, this Black Plague one, I think after playing the first one, the second one with the car, Green Horde, the Western one, which is Undead or Alive, I forgot the name, and this is my favorite. There's a lot of newer ones. There's like Marvel and DC. There's the one based in China. Now they have a pirate one on Kickstarter, and I'm sure that there's another 1 or 2 that I'm missing that I would really like to try eventually. But yeah, this is my favorite one of this because it has like fantasy stuff in it, and I am not much of a fantasy guy, but man, I really enjoyed that different take on this. Maybe just because it's unusual, maybe like the Nazi zombie kind of idea, where it's like, oh, these are zombies, but they're also Nazis. It's just like a weird gimmick thing that I guess I really like. The magic is allows you to do some weird, crazy things that I think really open up the possibilities and the strategy in this one, that it really evolved for me. But yeah, that is 2015. I don't know how much more of this is going to change. As the ages, the years get further back, I'm probably less likely to play any of those games from that year. But they also get cheaper as you go, so maybe there will be. But I think this one was going to be pretty solid. But that is all for this video. Again, I would love to play any of these if somebody wanted to. If you see me somewhere and you're interested in playing one of these, hit me up. We'll be at Caravan Convoy this month on the 23rd, May 23rd, 2026. And Dice Tower East I'll be working, but I might be available to play some games. So yeah, that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching.